Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. Welcome. I hope you are having a beautiful week so far. If you would like me to channel specifically for you and your situation in this reading, then be sure to like the video and also double check that you are subscribed, because by liking and subscribing, these are both forms of energy transfer, even over this virtual medium. And as a result of this energy transfer, I am able to pick up on your energy and read your situation more clearly. The very first card coming out here for someone is Anxiety Reversed. I'm also getting something about the numbers 8 and 1. Now, I am feeling intuitively this could be related to feelings that were surfacing on 8/11, August 11th, which as of me releasing this video, may have been yesterday if you are watching this the day of the video premiere. By the way, I do channel these collective energy updates on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on this channel. Thank you so much to all of you who are here during the live premiere of these readings, because when you are tuning in during the premiere, this is a powerful way to co-create here on this channel. You are contributing your energy here, really regardless of when you listen to the readings. So thank you. But with this Anxiety Reverse card, release your fears. Envy in the upright position. This is my not enough card, the unfulfillment card. Release your fears that you aren't or won't be enough. I feel I'm speaking to a divine feminine here, so I'm going to get a little more information for you. So what does this divine feminine need to know from her guides, from her higher self? All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. But with that word turn, I simultaneously heard the word trust. Trust your gaze within. Trust your inner authority, which is your intuition. I'm hearing that some divine feminines I'm connecting with here, my guides are showing me that you may be seeing multiple different paths or routes laid out before you. These could be decision points as well. You might feel as though you're trying to choose between multiple things, multiple people, relationships, multiple paths forward in some sense in your life. And I feel your guides saying, I just keep hearing like, look up, because, and this is a bit of a complex kind of metaphor, so bear with me here as I try to put this into words, but it's almost as though you, divine feminine, are seeing all of these options, these routes laid out before you that feel somewhat overwhelming. But what you don't realize is, when you raise your vibration, when you go within yourself and focus, as you've been doing, on clearing your energy, on raising your vibration, you lift yourself above all of these choice points, all of these decisions. You see this higher perspective, and the way forward becomes clear to you, and sometimes doesn't even require you to make the choice that you were agonizing over. Sometimes the choice is made for you. Sometimes there's a third route forward when you felt as though you were choosing between two options, but you couldn't even see that third route, that alternative path, that way around, until you raised your vibration to that next level, until you were able to rise above all of the noise. And I feel your guide saying most people make decisions from that state of chaos, from listening to the noise of society, of other people around them, not realizing that if they were to raise their vibration, raise their frequency, they could lift themselves above all of it and see other options that weren't even accessible to them and aren't accessible to most others. And I feel that this is what you are doing, Divine Feminine. This is your current work. Journey in the upright position. Taking a journey back home to your true self, your true inner self. Through this raising of your vibration, through this clearing out of all of the external ideas, voices, opinions of other people around you. And I'm hearing that for some Divine Feminines, these external voices, this external noise may have become quite loud recently. I'm hearing withdraw yourself, withdraw your energy from things, people, situations that are not serving you or are causing you confusion or chaos. Return back to your inner self, your state of peace and reconnection within. And I really feel that that is the journey many Divine Feminines are taking at this time. And this is the journey that is also strengthening your intuition so profoundly, Divine Feminine, because the more you come back home to yourself, the more you escape the noise from society, from people around you, the more you are able to clearly hear and follow your own, as this card says, inner authority, which is truly the perfect compass of your life. Wow, very powerful messages coming through for you, Divine Feminine. So in the extended version of this reading on Patreon, I will be channeling more messages about this from your guides, from your higher self, for whatever Divine Feminines are resonating with these messages about getting away from the noise, rising above those decision points, really trusting your inner authority. So, as always, the link to the extended reading on Patreon is in the pinned comments and description box under the video. I do channel these extended Patreon readings along with the regular Monday, Wednesday, Friday readings. So as a supporter, a member on our Patreon Soul Tribe, you do get access to 3 additional reading videos per week, channeled on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But one little preview message for those of you listening here is the World card up right. Remember that all of this happening around you and within you is occurring for the purpose of expansion. I keep hearing the word amethyst, so amethyst might connect with someone in some way. Also, I kept seeing a hair clip earlier in this reading. I know that's completely random. Do keep in mind when I channel these specific names, details, dates, these are meant to connect with very specific individuals, so only take what resonates with you personally. Okay, so I am going to reshuffle the cards, and I now want to speak to the divine masculine energy here. So, okay, sacral chakra in the reverse position. You guys know we get so many sacral chakra card pulls when it comes to the divine masculines, because this is where so much of their energy work is taking place right now in their energetic fields. They are learning how to be vulnerable, how to open themselves up, especially in regards to expressing their emotions. But the thing is, this isn't a linear process. This is a series of ups and downs. I'm seeing the letters A and R. These may be initials for someone. Financial constraints reversed. Breaking free. What are the divine masculines breaking free from? Breaking free from chains and binds that have kept them stuck when it comes to manifesting, attracting, receiving what they truly desire in life, that many of them, with this 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂 card, the 1111 card, some of you might be seeing more of the 1111 number signs recently, even in your daily life. But what I'm getting is, just as many divine feminines are releasing fears when it comes to making decisions, choices in their life, moving forward along their life purpose and life path, with anxiety reversed coming out for the divine masculine as well, mirroring this energy, many divine masculines are being pushed to release their fears around opening up through the sacral chakra. I saw kind of blonde or light brown hair for a masculine here as well that was kind of medium length for someone. And I feel that just as many divine feminines have fears around the expression, the vocalization, the materialization of their true inner voice into physical reality through sharing their gifts boldly and independently with the world, many divine masculines have fears that have actually prevented them from even accessing their true desires. I'm hearing for a long time, many divine masculines accepted what they were given in life or what other people wanted for them, rather than connecting with what they themselves truly wanted. And really this comes down to worthiness. Many masculines did not believe themselves to be worthy of these true heart's desires. And so consciously, they were entirely blocked through the conscious mind from even accessing the realization of how they were truly feeling. There was this total emotional disconnection, and this emotional disconnection in the divine masculine energy field is what leads to, or has led to, even global events throughout history, acts of collective heartlessness in the past have come from the divine masculine being completely self-disconnected from his own emotional experience. But the thing is, it's starting on an individual level, the masculine breaking open to feeling the flood of his own emotions, to reconnecting to what he truly desires in life, no longer feeling so unworthy as to entirely disconnect himself from what he truly wants, therefore disconnecting himself from his own emotions. Individually, divine masculines are beginning to heal in a profound way, in a way that, and wow, this is such an intense message. I'm getting goosebumps. I've never gotten a message like this before, but the healing happening individually for these divine masculines is affecting the whole, is affecting the collective, is healing the global collective in this way. And many divine masculines equally are learning that they aren't an island, because for many masculines, they may have seen themselves as entirely disconnected from everyone and everything around them, which led to intense feelings of competition, especially with other masculine energies or groups of other masculines, that again led to these collective issues. But the masculine is learning that they are connected to everyone and everything. They are parts of this global whole of human consciousness. This is a true awakening for the collective divine masculine. Now, ironically, because the divine masculine and divine feminine are so often equal reflections but opposite mirrors, meaning they reflect but to the opposites, for many divine feminines, we've always felt this intense connectedness with everyone and everything, but we are actually learning how to set stronger boundaries with others, how to be able to separate self from other, in the sense that we recognize our own sovereignty within. We recognize that we are capable of making our own choices and decisions, carving out our own path for ourselves in life, rather than being so heavily influenced by the voices and opinions of other people. So you can perfectly see this very much opposite mirroring effect between the masculine and the feminine, as the feminine learns to reconnect inwardly with herself and set boundaries from that place of inner sovereignty, whereas the masculine learns that he is not an island. He relearns his connectedness with everyone and everything, and in doing so strengthens, heals his sacral chakra energy, learns that it's safe to open up, it's safe to express himself to others, because there is no true disconnection between self and other. There is no true competition. We are all walking each other home, as it's so popularly said. We are all healing one another through healing and shifting ourselves. Wow, very profound, beautiful messages coming through. So thank you to all of you who have been bringing your own powerful, unique, co-creative energy to these readings, because as I always say, this is truly a collective effort here on this channel. We are joining together energetically, virtually, to manifest these messages and this information. And you, whoever you are, wherever you are listening, you are playing such an essential role in all of that. So I would also love, if you feel guided to do so, if you could leave me a comment under the video, leave a message for our beautiful collective here, and let me know what resonated with you from this reading so far, if anything. Or just leave a message about how you've been feeling recently, because so often we experience these shifts collectively, but at the individual level. And by sharing our experiences, we can really decrease those feelings of being an island, of being isolated along our spiritual path and journey. So I'm going to reshuffle the cards here. By the way, in the extended version of the reading, I will be channeling more specifics on how the Divine Masculine is thinking and feeling at this time at a conscious 3D level. And so those extended details and pieces of information will be in the Patreon reading, which again is linked in the pinned comments and description box under the video. But for now, I do want to move forward and just ask, what else does anyone listening here on YouTube need to know from their guides, from their higher self at this time? Door to romance in the reverse position. So this is a message specifically for someone who has felt a bit blocked in love lately. I saw the letters M-A-R-G, so those letters may connect as initials for someone. I'm also hearing the name Margaret or the name Maggie, Megan, some name like that for someone. And I'm seeing a lot of the number 7. If you felt as though things have been blocked in love lately, I'm seeing rose petals also. It's because with the journey card upright 222, the number of alignments, it's not because you are doing something wrong or something has gone awry. It's because you are on exactly the right path, which I'm getting goosebumps just tapping into your energy. You are on this path of coming home to yourself, to your inner self. Things have been a bit confusing, convoluted, or potentially felt even a bit energetically blocked in your love life at this time for a reason. And so I'm going to channel more information on that reason now. Why have things felt a bit blocked in love for the person I'm reading into here? So the I Remember card came out, the fated life versus the destiny life. Wow, okay, so I'm getting a message for someone here about how this is a very specific message, but you'll know if this is for you. So I'm speaking to someone here, specifically a divine feminine who comes from a line of feminines through her maternal line who may have gotten married very young, or who may have led lives where a lot of their life was orbiting around a masculine figure or around their children, their family. And in the process, there may be lingering feelings as though they lost themselves in giving so much to the people around them that they let go of some of their dreams in life because they wanted to please or serve the people around them. And so when you, Divine Feminine, listening to this reading, when you chose to incarnate into this family line, you came as a path forger. However, because there was so much momentum going in the direction of being a feminine energy who, like those who preceded you, would be someone who settled down very young, who may have got married very young, who may have based a lot of her life around masculine figures around her. There was a lot of momentum going in this direction, and you may have felt this. So you may have been someone who thought when you were younger that you would get married at a younger age or settle down at a younger age. And maybe you even did get married or settle down, but now you found yourself on some kind of a different path. We all have our own unique individual journey, so you can take this as it applies to you. But the essence of this message is you, for a while, were carried by the momentum of the maternal figures before you who energetically paved the path towards what we would call the fated life, where you were set to go, the trajectory that your family's life put you on when it comes to love and romance. But at the moment of your spiritual awakening, you woke up and you detached yourself from that trajectory, from that path line energetically, and you saw a different perspective. You saw some kind of a different path for yourself, which now represents this journey card upright, this journey you are now taking. This journey that is really a journey back home to yourself. But at times it's really difficult because even though you have broken free of the fated life when it comes to love, you are choosing the destiny life. You are carving and forging your own path. You are now no longer giving in to the patterns of self-abandonment under the guise of service that plagued your maternal line, like some kind of a curse that we might even call a generational curse, which is really just a subconscious negative pattern of thought, a limiting pattern of thoughts that is passed down from one generation to the next until finally reaching you. When you wake up in this body and decide, I am choosing something different. But this path has not been easy because at times you still feel the loneliness, you still feel the sadness when it comes to love. And that sadness is you feeling the pull of the fated life that you've given up because you've chosen the destiny life, because you've chosen to create your own destiny. It doesn't mean you're on the wrong path when you feel as though somehow things have gone wrong when it comes to love, or you've been blocked in some way, or your path has been altered in some way. What you're really feeling is the fact that you are breaking entirely from a very well-trodden path energetically that is still pulling on you as you are carving your own path out in the forest. But keep moving forward regardless of these feelings that surface from time to time. Keep reminding yourself that you didn't come here to fall in line. You came here to be a path forger, as this card says, activated earth. Trust where you're led. Trust where you're going, where your intuition pushes you when it comes to love, especially at this time, even when it doesn't really make sense to your conscious mind, and even when it seems to break away from much of the knowing, the understanding that you've internalized from society, from others, even from, again, your family's line here. So wow, very, very powerful messages coming through for some divine feminines listening. Although if you are a divine masculine, you may find that some of those messages connect with you as well. And if you are resonating with those messages, I really do invite you to explore the extended reading on Patreon as well, because I will be channeling more details and information for you from your guides, from your higher self, from whatever divine forces you connect with about what to expect moving forward on this destiny life path that you have chosen, as well as any other messages that want to come through. And again, the link to the extended is in the pinned comments and description box under the video. But to close this reading, because that feels like a really powerful place to close, I am going to just pull one final card from the Rumi Oracle deck. And this card says, from nothing to everything. It's the number 16 card, so that number might connect with some listening in some way. Oh, my friends, if you are longing to be written on, become a blank page. Rumi. Have you been shedding your skins, your layers, your certainties? Gone are fixed identities and definite options. Keep casting those shackles aside. Even if you fear you are releasing too much, and then perhaps you shall cease to exist. You shall only cease to exist as you have known yourself to be thus far. Another emanation of you awaits, blazing angel, something more beautiful and true. Yet here you are at the pruning stage, like a gardener for the soul. Shall the garden spring back to life, or will the enthusiastic denuding process be rather too much, and unintentionally kill off the garden altogether? Fear not, your soul is made of hardy stuff. It can handle a lot of culling and will shine even brighter for it. The imagination of this great writer, the divine writer, is beyond our comprehension. The stories that pour forth from this cosmic poet in every moment are so rich that they inspire the creation of art and music. One such story is especially created for you. Yes, you. Put your own tales aside, as dramatic as they may seem right now, and prepare to be entranced by the great storyteller, the living poets of love, as you are entranced in a tale of your unfolding divine destiny. Thank you so much to all of you who brought your powerful co-creative energy to this reading. If this is resonating with you, I will now be heading over to channel more details and information that we discussed earlier in the extended version of the reading on Patreon, which the link to the Patreon Soul Tribe is in the pinned comments and description box under this video. Otherwise, I am wishing you a beautiful rest of your Friday and a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you again in Monday's reading.